Hello everybody, how are you doing? Everyone who has decided to join us on this lovely Friday evening, June 25th. Basically boyos and girlos and everybody in between. I'm gonna be making some character sheets for some of my OCs for Art Fight, which is quickly approaching. And if you do not know what Art Fight is, I suggest that you, if you really enjoy to do art, check it out. The website, is... I haven't got the website pulled up, but, there's a few Discord servers about it, which are pretty cool. And it's gonna be a ton of fun. Basically, you create your OCs, and then tons of other people can go and make all sorts of pictures and art creations of your OC as like little attacks. I'm really bad at explaining it, but and then you can draw their characters back as a form of a defense. And it's basically just swapping around art, but one team, and this year it's steampunk and cyberpunk, and I'm really hoping to be on the cyberpunk team, because that sounds epic. One of those two teams wins, and I didn't explain that very well at all, but I hope it made sense. This is the one character sheet I've already made today, and I'm pretty much going to use the same thing, but, you know, swap up the characters and stuff. I've got a Wars character sheet with a bit of a different style. I was trying out something new for him, and I'm hoping I can continue it so that all of my pieces don't look really different, but I thought this was cool. I've got Wars character sheet all done with like a little strength, pitter-patter, then like a little flag, his likes and dislikes, and a few other looks for him. Plus I put his demon mask on him for most of it. And yes, his demon side does have a whole bunch of cracky mouths, because I really like that, if you can't tell. Currently, yeah, you are right, Grapefruit. You can pick teams, but you can't pick teams for very long, because at some point in time, I remember you just automatically get a team. But that's the character sheet I've already got done, and currently I'm going to be working on Sebastian's. I'll read out Wars first, since I'm waiting for some more people to join, and, you know, if they do, if they don't, we'll continue either way in just a few minutes. War. It's pretty self-explanatory as his name. His species, demon. His age, 6,000 plus. I don't feel like elaborating on that, because it's just, his age really isn't important, and he's really old. And then I've got this strength column here with his strengths and dexterities, charisma, and yes, I did use the D&D chart for this. So, I got dogs barking in the background. I apologize for that. But his main strength is strength. Then constitution, dexterity, and intelligence are pretty even. His charisma's pretty high, but he is not very wise. He's a straight ally because he's epic and amazing. He likes family, exercise, new technology, and spicy food. Dislikes being motionless, fire, being lied to, and Reaper, which is another character of mine. And then I've got concerned, joy, which I kind of hate that mouth, but it looks cool when I'm really zoomed in, but it doesn't really fit the face, but it looks cool when it's really zoomed in, so I guess I'm just leaving it. And then I've got anger, which is just him being clickety-clacky with his weird mouths. And, like I said, I'm working on Sebastian. Species, name, Sebastian. Species, human, age 18. He's got the, pan and the polyamorous flag put together because he's both, and I didn't want to have like the flag cut in half straight down, so I decided to do it halfways, that way you could see the designs on them better. And then I've got their little strength sheet over here, with his main strength is charisma and constitution, quickly followed by wisdom, dexterity, intelligence, and strength being his least amount. And then he likes attention, makeup, friends, sushi, and dislikes dresses, running, heights, and hot weather. And then we're gonna do the art for him and hopefully move on to a few of my other characters before the stream ends. Hello, Leia, the LPS queen. How are you doing? Again, I'm gonna go get my dogs to be quiet. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got my dogs. I've got one dog actually in the room. Her name is Zelda. She's really sweet, and she's probably gonna try and break out of here in a minute or two, but that's fine. Sebastian, my beloved. Yes, Sebastian is here to save us from this very sad existence. Want me to get that blanket off of you? I'm sorry, hon. I thought you might like it. Alright, and then Dreary is amazing. Thank you very much, Mystic Something. That is very kind of you. Very sweet. Very poggers of you to say. And let's get started drawing, shall we? I know I want a You want... fine, let me let my dog out of the room. They don't want to stay with me, that's fine. Come on, Pops, let's put you out again. You gotta choose in or out. Don't bark. I know for a fact they're gonna bark, but I really can't stop it, because they're just wild childs, I guess. Alright. Definitely gonna draw him, even if it won't get me any points. That would be epic, because your art style is fantastic. Honestly, Grapefruit is fantastic. His art, fantastic. They really know how to put together a good OC. Saturn being my favorite. And then, which I say that almost every single time, but honestly, if y'all want to get like a great mask, or like some great art, look no further than my amazing mods who decide to deal with me all day. Like, her art is wonderful, her voice is nice, it's just everything is so good and nice about her. Thank you, Mystic Something. That was very sweet. And I'm assuming you were talking about me. If you weren't, I'm gonna take it as a compliment to myself, because honestly, my ego is the size of a roof, right? Like, you might think I might be talking about, oh, my brain, it's like the size of a house. No, my ego alone could be a hotel roof. Then actually, do I have a art reference pulled up? No, I don't, which means I'm running blind here, folks. This might mean that it turns out a little bit bad, but that's fine. For now, at least. Yeah, I will pull up what do I have one? Give me a second to get on intermission, because I have got a few pictures of some videos I'm gonna be doing very shortly. Also, let me move this out of the way. Why me? I'm going to be looking for a reference picture, because I think I have a few from what I was doing with War. And I got a few video ideas pulled up and screenshotted, so I really can't use those. But I've got... Give me a sec, I've got one somewhere. Have I got one? I know I've got one. Then I can actually get started drawing. Give me a sec. What about this one about lighting and color? No, that's not a full body one, so that won't work. Give me 4.5 seconds. I was editing up until like 5 minutes before I had to post, and then I just put it out there hoping it looked good because I couldn't double check. I'll just pick this one. It's the same, it's the same image that I was using for this. I just used the pose and stuff, but I can use this image, the straightforward image, as my reference picture. And this actually comes from this reference picture that I'm using, comes from the Learn Manga web series, which is really, really good, and it does have some awesome tics for both boys and girls and stuff like that. Dreary, do you remember that one ego boost image? No, I don't, but that is epic. I do love ego boosting myself, so I would love to check out that ego boost image. Can I pin that? Alright, Cross, I was trying to pin my Discord link, but I couldn't for some reason, so apparently I'm not going to, because I'm very, very bad at everything technology-wise, right? Like, I am not good at nothing technology-ish wise, but I'm just gonna pretend that I do, that I am good at stuff, that I know how to do this, and we're gonna say that it's epic. We should play Gartic Phone again sometime. Yes, we should. That was honestly super duper fun. And I'm also seeing some of my favorite YouTubers play it. I saw Dahi Danogla and that crew play it recently, which was kind of cool, because I was like, I knew a game before Dahi Danogla, and I watch his videos like every single day. That's awesome! And so that was another huge ego boost. Seriously, my ego got boosted to the moon. And, trust me, that don't happen often, but when it do, it do! And also, I choke all the time. Like, seriously, I don't know when I developed my drinking habit, but my habit when I'm drinking is to drown myself. So that's great. Eating a Lego candy, and it's probably gonna break my teeth from how hard it is. A Lego candy? You're eating candy in my class? In my online course? Without, asking me first? Gasp, how dare you! I'm very offended now. The only way to break my offense, and to make me stop being sad, is to give me a piece of that Lego candy. That sounds awesome. Also, my stream is lagging, so I hope it's still active. It is, alright. So, my stream is only lagging on that. Grep art, pog, I agree. Whenever I draw fan art, I always post it to my YouTube channel, and never actually get in contact with the person. Ooh, but, might have been you. I think it was you. I can't find that comment right now, because I'm currently drawing. But I do sometimes get fan art through email, which is kind of cool. Because I put that email up there so that y'all get in contact with me if you want to. And it's kind of cool when you actually do. It doesn't happen often, mainly because, one, I don't check my email often enough. But it does. I do have notifications active, which I normally don't on Discord. And, two, because I guess people don't want to email me. I guess that's fine. That's the sound of tears, not the sound of a hyena. I know you might have been confused, but that's cool. It is really, really cool when I do get people emailing me, though. I knew in the middle of school, because I ended school a few weeks ago. I know some people are still in it, and that's harsh. But I would get emails a ton in school, which was kind of cool. Yes, my drinking habit, you don't need to quote me, Jay. I know what I said. I have a drinking habit. I have a huge drinking issue. My issue with drinking, is that I can't drink properly. I have a huge, humongous drinking problem. It's an addiction. I can't stop just randomly choking on whatever I'm drinking. Like, it could be water, and I mess up on it. How does art fight work? Well, Luna, Mystic, if you want to join my Discord, or if you are on my Discord, we had a fairly long conversation about it, and my mods were speaking about it earlier, or typing about it earlier in the stream, so if you scroll up just a little bit, you might be able to see the long explanations that they were giving. But pretty much, it's, art trading with teams. I feel like that's a pretty good explanation for it. But if you want a more in-depth one, please either join the Discord or scroll up a bit, whichever you feel more comfortable with. Everyone send Dreary's emails with links to Rickrolls right now. Jay, why did I have to read out your comment? Okay, if y'all do not know, Jay is the king of Rickrolls. Honestly, I don't know how he does it, but he manages to Rickroll me so many times. Literally, we had a Rickroll competition, right? We had a Rickroll competition. I think it was in April because April 1st. I might be wrong because I have a terrible internal calendar. But seriously, I got Rickrolled so many times. Like, I couldn't trust anybody. People I thought were like my greatest friends were coming up to me and they were like, "Oh, hey Dreary, check out this fan art I made of you. It's a speed paint." And I'd be like, "Oh, that's so sweet of you. Oh, thank you so much for making me some fan art. I will totally check out that." Oh my god, you hurt me internally and inside. It was so sad. I got Rickrolled too many times. But it was still fun, though. I Rickrolled a few of y'all, so I guess I really can't complain. And I'm not going to say what video I've Rickrolled you in, just in case someone who hasn't seen that video decides to check it out, and I want to Rickroll you. So no one tell them. No one tell them. No one tell anybody. I was at the premiere of That Vegan Teacher, and oh my gosh, I was going to cry from what she was saying. She was trying to... Ooh... Yeah, That Vegan Teacher is really messed up. Like, seriously, I kind of... Part of me really hopes she gets help, because that really don't seem good. All the stuff she says, all the stuff she does, she kind of seems like a senile old lady, right? Or maybe she's just an awful person. I mean, at the very beginning, when I just heard about That Vegan Teacher, I was like, oh, everyone's making fun of her just because she's vegan. That seems like rude and stuff. But that wasn't why people were making fun of her. Like, seriously, I completely understand the hate. Once I heard about what she was saying and everything that she had said, it just made so much sense. At least I got you twice during that. You did, Grep. It hurt each time. That Rickrolling competition was like something out of a villain origin story. You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That is my villain origin story. I got Rickrolled like, we probably still got the record somewhere, but I got Rickrolled like at least 30 times in that competition alone. I'm Brazilian, but I love Drury. Thank you so much, Kawaii Milk. Oh, I've got a fan from Brazil. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much for joining the stream then, Kawaii Milk. That is very kind of you. And I feel like being lazy. All right, here's a lazy tip with Dreary. Copy and paste. That's your tip, and it is fantastic, and it helps, and I know it's lazy, but y'all don't yell at me. It's epic nonetheless. And then all I do here to get this is another lazy tip with Dreary, and I bet you can't tell what it is, even though I'm halfway done with it. It's another copy and paste. Yeah, I'm a bit lazy. Especially when it comes to art, but technically it's not laziness, it's ingenuity. It's intelligence to make things easier on myself. Sheesh. It kind of looks like he's doing the sheesh movement, but that might just be me. Actually, only 11 times. I only got hit 11 times? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. I was better at that competition than I thought I was. So take it, everybody who thought that I got hit a bunch. I wasn't hit a lot. I was only 11 times. I still feel like an idiot, but you know what? 11 is better than like 30, so I will take that. Actually, when I can actually hide that hand, right? Because a little behind the... That would seem good. Oh, I like that. And then I just have to... Give me a sec. Make that just a bit. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, I like that. All right. That's what I'm doing. That seems good. And that seems pretty proportional, too. Which is, usually not what I'm good at. But, that's beside the point. We've got something pretty proportional. Not portional, because if it was portional, I don't know what that means. So, ow, I'm readjusting my chair, because chairs are epic and amazing, and ow. I think you should get an Instagram so that I can also harass you there. Ooh, grapefruit. I am so thankful that you brought that up, because my sister has an Instagram, and y'all should go and harass her, but not actually harass her, but like nice harassment, by going and following and liking all of her amazing art. Because honestly, my sister is a much better artist than I am and will probably ever be. Her style, fantastic. And it's, she does amazing art, and it would be great if I could get a few of y'all to, go over and see her Instagram. If I could. Then I could probably get it for y'all if you want to hear it. If you want to have it. Which, I'm not saying that you have to necessarily, go to her Instagram, but if you did, that'd be super cool and chill and epic and very pog. Y'all want to hear some history stuff? Yes, spam my comments with the spawn of the Popcorn Lord. That would be awesome. What's her at? Give me a second. I've got a good... I know what I think it is. I think I know what her at is, but 1 second, boyos. Eleanor, what's your Instagram? No reason. What's your Instagram? I want to get people to follow you. Sweet function, my friend. Alright, I got it, and I was very slick about it, and she doesn't know what I meant by when I started yelling for her Instagram. So she doesn't know yet. It's at Artist M. Epic. Give us the instantaneous graham cracker. At Artist M for my sister. And you have to be very slick about it, because she cannot know that it was the person who was literally just yelling at her to give... She probably knows, but beside the point, I was very slick and epic about it, so there's no way that she could possibly figure it out. And I'm gonna go take a screenshot of this. No, I want a screenshot, like, close up of the face. That way I can get the style to be a bit more consistent. Import this boyo. Alright, now we can work on the face to make it even more consistent with this bad boy. And let's do this. The Pogcorn Lord? No, not Pogcorn quite yet, unfortunately. I was simply reading a comment from one of my amazing animators. I called y'all an animator for mods. Mods. But still epic animators nonetheless. All of them who do animate, at least. I know a few of them do. Oh my god. Alright, swap this around slightly. Alright, there we go. That looks better. We simply have to go like that. Oh, light turned on. That's surprising. I don't know why I've got lights on now. Spam for the spam god. Spam for the spam god. Yes. Fantastic spammers. If y'all... Okay, seriously though. Spam is fantastic. One of the best meals ever. If y'all think otherwise, well, the door is right over there, my Freunds. And spam is fantastic. So you can go through the door that is quite literally named Spam is Great and Amazing. And you can find inside Spam all the glorious Spam. Wonderful Spam! Alright. I'm not liking this facial shape, but I can work with it nonetheless. Alright, so I'm just gonna Go like that. I want Sebastian to have a slightly rounder chin because it doesn't matter because he has a slight beard. And then I give him an ear. That's like this. And like, ciao! There we go, that's pretty epic. And then I can turn drawing assist off. Because I don't really need it to be symmetrical past that point. Hey, Dreary, what character are you going to use for my map? Well, since it's more of a villain map, and since I got one of the red parts, and also, everybody, Upgrade Ninja has just started an animation map. So if you're looking for a great animation map, I suggest joining hers, as it is pretty cool. It's got a great song choice, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be lit. I'm thinking about using War, because he's a villain, he's got more of a reddish character palette, so it really makes sense to me for me to use him in that animation. Plus, I felt with the part 7, I think this is what I got? Yeah, it was part 7. That song really fit in with what I want his character story to be. So, let me pull his eyes up, so that way he doesn't look like a kid. And yeah, I'm planning on using War. And there we go. We're going to turn animation assist off again because I didn't mean it the first time when I said I wasn't going to use it. That's what SPAM stands for. SPAM stands for the glorious meat. It is fantastic and you have to toast it because it's lovely doubly. Just joined our fight. Pog, can we get a Pog in the chat for Pocket Ravioli? Because that's fantastic, and you love to see it. What side did you join, if you don't mind me asking, Pocket Ravioli? Well, let me make it... We'll make him look slightly down. There we go. There we go. There we go. That way, that suits his, kind of sad-looking posture. And I'm trying, because before I had really, really thick eyebrows, I'm trying to make my eyebrows thin again. And no, I'm not going to make it a confused eyebrow. I love making confused eyebrows, if y'all couldn't tell. But I'm trying to really make more neutral brows more often. Because those are easier, technically, to draw. And are cool. Alright, so now we have to make the nose. Then we come through on here. Alright, so we're making a bit of a different style nose. One of my favorite artists had something like this appear... One of my favorite YouTubers, rather, had a few fan art pieces appear on screen with this type of nose. It looked a little bit different since it was slightly more realistic than this, but I still thought it was a pretty cool concept, and drew a few pieces with it, more practice pieces than this one with War was. And I decided it was pretty cool, so I've tried to run with it. Because usually when I'm making a piece like this, I tend to just see... Or what I'm trying to say, rather, is usually what I do to improve my art style is see, like, a specific animation or a specific artist's work, and I take inspiration from it to make something. Hi.
Keep talking.
And then we're just going to add a little bit of love you.
Love you.
We're going to, since he's slightly frowning, we're going to make sure that I don't give him a bursty smile like I usually do, and instead... try and give him more of a frowning face. I'm also going to turn off the background because that's slightly distracting. So if we follow this, no, that doesn't look good. And it's slightly sideways, which is not what you want to see. So let's put it on another layer. And try something like this. Slightly in frame, a little bit open. And have something like that to give him a little bit more lip.
I thought I would tell you the music that is still playing ever so lightly in the background is Ein Klein something or other by Mozart, less commonly known as Serenade Number 13 in G major.
I've got Mozart playing in the background, boyos. And yeah, I did turn it down slightly because I wanted a little bit of background music to make everything sound better. Does it sound good as background music?
It sounds good. It just,
Didn't know what.
I didn't know if you knew it was playing, and then I was like, I can sing the whole thing, but I didn't know the name.
Epic.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not realize it was playing, but it's still cool that it's playing, and it sounds cool, and it's Mozart. So that's Pog.
He composed this piece in 1787.
Which shows you that copyright laws do not exist because this is free music, boyos. He did not exist for copyright, so therefore I can corruptly steal his music. Ha ha ha! Take that, Mozart! Ha ha ha!
Oh, goodness. All right. I love you.
Art theft, boyos. But instead of, it being art, it's music theft. I have stolen your art, Mozart. Come back alive and steal it back. If he did, I would be genuinely terrified. So Mozart, if your little ghost self is listening to this, I know you couldn't be, but if you somehow you managed to with closed captions, please do not come after me. My greatest fear is zombies.
Zombie Mozart.
Ugh, zombie Mozart.
He'd eat
Scary.
He'd eat your brains and play the piano at the same time.
Hey, that'd be kind of cool to be killed by Mozart, though. You can't say it wouldn't be, because it would be.
Why do the lights keep going on and off?
I don't know. I don't have any control over it.
Is that Mozart's ghost?
It's Mozart's ghost! Oh, no! Oh, no!
All right, have fun.
Bye!
kids.
Thank you. I've got a ghost following me, boyos. He's turning on and off the lights. I'm scared. Am terrified. It's scary. But, at least I'm being haunted by a cool ghost and not someone like, the Beatles. Are the Beatles dead? I think they're dead. If they're not dead, they're old. I know virtually nothing about music, so if I'm about to get a comment that's like, the Beatles are still alive and kicking, you don't know this? No, I don't. They're old. They're like 40 or something. 40's old, isn't it? That is a jab at my mother. She is not old, but she is lovely. And very sweet and kind, and definitely will not kill me for that joke. But, I'd seriously know virtually nothing about music, so it's cool that I've got Mozart on in the background. Zombies give me nightmares. They give me nightmares, too. They are legitimately my worst fear. That was not a joke. Zombies and dying, which go hand in hand, are my worst fear in the whole history of fears ever. Like, I have repeat nightmares. Like, dreams that are the exact same. Of just zombies chasing me around. Chasing me, and my most common nightmare is they're chasing me and the Jimmy Neutron crew around. So, most of the Beatles are dead. What can I say, folks? I am a musical genius. I know everything about music, which you heard me say just a few seconds ago, because I am fantastic. As Grapefruit so eloquently put it, I am very smart. He definitely said that. I am totally not changing his words to mean what I want them to mean. I would never do such a thing. Oh, it's not a great looking collar. I would never do such a thing. Oh, why are you booing me? I'm right. Only 2 people from the Beatles are left alive, I think. Is what I said 100%. It couldn't do anything other than tell the truth. Alright. And then let us push this hand like that. I hide hands a whole lot of the time because they're hard to draw, but I suppose I'm not going to get better at hands unless I try to work on them, which sucks, because honestly, I should just be good at hands, right? Like, let me draw hands. Oh, art gods of artness, please let me draw hands. That looks like a troll. I'm going to restart. If it'll let me. Okay, yeah, it will. I'm gonna like this finger too. Then I simply have to copy and paste this finger for the other two. It's not cheating if it's ingenious. And I am nothing if not ingenious. Alright, that don't work. I'm not ingenious. I'm sorry, folks, I lied. How dare I? That looks good, that looks good. And then I just copy and paste this. Copy. Pasta. Copy. Pasta. Alright, good. Looks epic. Totally doesn't look forced. Let's do this, boyos. We just connect this. Oh, we just erase it because I was on the wrong thing. And go like that. And we are on an arm. Epic. Alex is definitely not one of the most kindest and most amazing people I have ever met. She has never said anything nice to me. She has never supported anything I've made, and she is not a fantastic artist. I agree, Grapefruit. I am an awful person. I am absolutely awful. Don't watch me. Oh, I'm terrible. I don't want to leave, but my moms are telling me to. Your mom knows what's best for you, even sometimes when it doesn't seem like it. And even sometimes when you annoy her and she annoys you. But, you have to love each other. And in the end, if that means leaving me and having to go and do something else, then I suppose after this heartwarming conversation, I'm gonna have to say it. But you can feel free to leave. If your mom says you have to. Or put on some, some epic Dream Not Found music. You could be a renegade like me and disappoint your mother at every step of the way. Like me. That's a joke though. Don't, Mrs. or Mr. Froststorm's cat's mom, if you are listening to this, I would never say such vile things about, not listen about to your daughter about not listening to her mom. I would never. Please, Mrs. Froststorm, please don't. No, there's Miss Froststorm. I can tell this is happening because I can see into the future and stuff. But Miss Froststorm is currently, destroying the computer with a bat. Because I dare say such a thing. Or not. I don't know. I can't see into the future. I lied to you guys. I know. I'm sorry. I've never had bad Five Guys. I really can't remember Five Guys burgers and fries. Like, seriously? I cannot remember the last time I have had any burger of theirs. I know where one is, right? I can tell you how to get to the closest Five Guys burgers and fries from my house. But I cannot tell you what literally anything tastes like. I was about to be like, what anything from Five Guys Burgers and Fries sounds like. Because, that's what you go to Five Guys Burgers and Fries for. For sounds and totally not burgers. I have a peanut allergy. Does that mean you can't eat Reese's? Because if so, I am so sorry for you. Like, seriously, that is a crime that you cannot eat Reese's Pieces. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Reese's Pieces, those are literally like God's gift to humanity. And I'm not even joking. Those are the best candy, hands down. Yeah, Pride Month is about to end. I was planning on getting a Pride Month video out fairly soon, with all the sexualities of my characters and a little Pride Month thing, but I couldn't get on it fast enough because I'm fairly lazy when it comes to creating videos. But hey, this one works. I've got a few pride flags. I might be able to do it if I work fairly hard on it throughout the weekend. Ooh, fun facts, boyos. I'm going to a reenactment, a historical reenactment within the next couple of days, and by the next couple of days, I of course mean tomorrow. That's gonna be a ton of fun, eh? I get to see some cool historical reenactment, And since I unfortunately do not have 1800s garb, I will not be able to dress up. But I do have a bonnet, which I might wear. But of course, I got that bonnet when I was in, like, 5th grade, so it don't fit my head anymore. You never had a Reese's? Oh my god, Jay, that is super sad. That is so and super. That is super sad. I can't even begin to explain how sad it is because you've never had a Reese's. Jay, do you need a hug, Jay? What's a reenactment? A reenactment is where a few people will do historical stuff, like, the Battle of Gettysburg, for example. People will be on both the, Union and the Confederates as, like, a little dress-up thing, and they'll reenact what actually happened in the battle. And it's pretty cool. You get to see how the battle would have gone over, and you get to hear all sorts of things about history. So if you're a history buff, like myself and most of my family, it's pretty cool, and it's fun to watch. And, yeah, if you don't like history, it might sound a little boring, but I personally really enjoy history, and so it'll be tons of fun. So I also go to Ren Fair every year, so you should, if you're surprised at the fact that I like history, you really shouldn't be. I openly talk about stupid history stuff. Speaking of stupid history stuff, because it is a segue of stuff here, boyos. Y'all want to hear a cool history fact about Aldi's? Aldi's and Trader Joe's used to be the same company. And if you're in Europe and you're thinking, what's Trader Joe's? You might be like, what's Trader Joe's? If you're from Europe or outside of the US, which, let's be honest, nowhere outside of the US exists. They're just Englishmen in a dress. And that's a quote stolen directly from Soldier from TF2. I choked again. I need to stop I have a huge drinking problem and it needs to stop. I need to stop choking on my drinks. Ugh. I sound like a dying person at this point. But, Aldi's and Trader Joe's used to be the same company. And the reason that it isn't the same company is because the two brothers that started Aldi's out of the back of a van selling bread got into an argument about money, and they split the company into Aldi basically North and South or something. And let me erase this since that's... I won't erase it, I'll turn it off though. And so they could operate in different areas, being called Aldi this and Aldi that, basically, or Aldi North and South. But in the US, they couldn't really do that, and so one company came in as Aldi, and the other came in as Trader Joe. And that's how they operate within the US, is Trader Joe's Aldi tries to be more high-scale and classy, while Aldi, the Aldi that the Americans know, it just tries to be cheap and fairly good. Like, fairly high quality. But they're sister companies, and sometimes they'll end their little rivalry and work together, but it's not often. And then let me grab that. How does it feel to be a crippling alcoholic? Crippling caffeineaholic, maybe. But, or maybe it's just that I'm an idiot and can't drink water correctly. But, yeah, it feels great. At least I'm functioning. When will Joe himself come to his store? I feel like that is a question that needs to be answered. Honestly, those Aldi brothers who created it must not have been good workers. Despite the fact that literally, in his 90s, a week before he died, One of the Aldi brothers, the last one who was still alive, was still working a week before he died. What? My brother had to take me out of my spot because he lost his charger. Oh, how dare your brother? How dare he? Shouldn't he know? Shouldn't he know how amazingly epic you are and how you deserve that spot? Honestly, if I would teach that whippersnapper a piece of my mind. That's my old person impression, if you couldn't tell. But you should have, because it was a spot-on impression of literally every old person ever. Could the mourning dove that is loudly hooting outside of my window please go away? That is an open note letter. Hey, Dreary, what day and time is it for you? It is still June 25th, if that's what you're asking, and, I started the stream around 8. I cannot currently see any clock, but I started the stream around 8, if that helps. I think it was like 8:01 something when I started it. All I hear coming to the stream is a caffeine alcoholic, maybe. What in the world is happening? Well, VY, let me explain. I have a drinking issue. But don't take that out of context, boyos, because I literally mean I have a problem getting water, or in this case Red Bull, into my mouth. I have choked twice on this stream alone. But at least I don't have a falling issue anymore, because let me turn this on in like a split second. I don't knock over that. Alright, give me a sec. I'm a super epic at my job as a streamer. I got this. Go to my intermission screen, because that's the only screen I know of that has a camera. I am not sitting on this anymore. I used to have to sit on a yoga ball, and I am very, 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 very bad at sitting on a yoga ball chair. I fell off of it constantly. In fact, I've also got a little, hi, if you haven't seen me, this is what I look like. I've got fan art running in the background, and I look epic, despite the fact I'm very wide. Dab. But I had someone make me a little compilation of every single time I fell, and that was great. It's fantastic. You're in the future. Oh, that's awesome. You didn't warn me about a few of the tests that I was gonna have to go through this year, Mystic? How dare you! If you were in the future, you should have known such a thing was about to happen. The fact that I forgot a test was happening, but then I studied like 30 minutes after I was supposed to start studying, but that's beside the point, because I studied. Cough. And there's this little heart antenna, which I'm going to make go the other way, because I think that looks a bit awkward in that position. And there we go. Epic. Oh, the open letter to the mourning dove outside of my window worked. I can't hear it anymore. I can't believe you just dabbed. The betrayal. I dab all the... I have taught my mother to dab. That sounds like, something I'd say about a dog. Oh yeah, I taught my dog how to sit. No, I taught my mom how to dab. And it's awesome. And I've also taught her to be like, sheesh, whenever she's at the bookstore. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it. Want to know something I don't love? That neck proportion. Let me change that fairly quickly. What did I do? Oh my gosh. I connected the wrong thing. Oof. Okay, so we bring that down. Bring that up. Bring that up. Go. Okay. Still bad. Still bad. Still sad, 'cause I'm bad. Go like that. Erase some of the neck. Alright. That looks better. No, it doesn't. I'm lying. I can't believe I'd lie to you. But I just did. And does it look better now? Kind of. I'm gonna leave it like that, because otherwise I'll be mad at this all the time. Hey, Dreary, do you know Psyche as in Psyche K? Yes. Psyche as in anybody else? No. But your friend simps for him? That's funny. I can't really say much, because I am a huge simp. I simp for a lot of things, a lot of people. It's great. I can't really say not. Why did Zoom there? Alright, that's weird. But I'm a huge simp. And so I really guess I can't complain about the fact your friend simps for Psyche K. That's great, though. So many. Yes, I have a ton of layers, alright? It's just like me. I have a lot of layers. It's great. It's fine. You ready to look at... You want to look at a ton of layers. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Start at the very top. It's like 16 layers. I know it's not actually 16, but still, it feels like a ton. And then, let me start off by, or continue by turning it all black. What can I fix? This looks fairly good, like a tall and lanky dude. Does the proportions look good? I'm asking y'all, by the way. Does the proportions look fairly good? Let me zoom out just a tad. Does this look like an actual person and not like a lanky demon? Oh, it's on assisted. Ugh. Let me turn drawing assist off, but feel free to answer. And put a 14 with a yes if it's a yes that looks proportional. And say, if it doesn't look proportional, simply say, I would like to have all of my stuffed animals torn away from my room. If it's a no. And that is a threat. So many layers, like onions. Yes, 2 of my OCs are alcoholics. Grep. Non, I have found someone for you. Literally, my favorite thing about Non's OC is that it's hilarious, the shenanigans that they get up to. Saturn, the alcoholic who's absolutely hilarious and deals with all sorts of problems. Dre, if you know creepypasta, what is your favorite character? I know creepypasta. Never really been a big fan of it. Like, I wasn't ever in the fandom. But I do know a little bit about creepypastas. I would say... Slenderman always seemed kind of cool. Good and creepy. At least his original story was. I never found most of the creepypastas very scary. I know my sister was really big into it for a little while. But the right arm looks backwards. Yeah, you're right. If he's... Yeah. Let me fix this. How can I fix this, you might ask? Easy. Ta-da. Well. That might look worse. Ta-da! That look good? No, this should be a bit shorter, but not very, very short, because this should technically be a pinky. That look pinky-ish, but not thumb-ish. That looks pinky-ish. It also looks a bit too long, so I'm going to pull this forward just a little bit. That looks pinky-ish. The upper right arm seems to be a bit thin on the left, but not by much. Alright, I will work on that. See, this is why I ask other eyes to do stuff for me. Because I cannot notice stuff, but other pairs of eyes can. Y'all are epic. Epically pog. And then... chicken feet. I also can make his body look a bit less boxy by giving him more definition. Like that. There we go. That gives him a bit more definition. It kind of looks like what I did here, like again, that bitey lip, but that's not actually what he's doing. What is my fave Five Nights at Freddy's character? Balloon Baby. No, Balloon Boy, my bad. I liked Balloon Boy because he was funny, and he always looked like a baby, so I called him Balloon Baby, but that's not actually what his name is. And so when you asked me that, I ended up saying what I called him instead of what he actually was. I apologize for that. And let me start on the line art for this bad boy. I'm getting sleepy, so I'm gonna leave a few minutes. In a few minutes? Alright. Good night, Miss Claremont Child. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. And remember, sleep is very important, so remember you get it. Oh yeah, I just got a stylus, so I'm gonna start doing digital art. Epic! What is the first thing you're gonna draw? Because for me, whenever I'm trying to get into drawing, I doodle for a little while. I tend to doodle right before I start streams if I've got a ton of stream prep time. And I want to know what you're planning on either doodling or getting straight into drawing with. VY? Hi, I'm Yally. How are you doing tonight? Because I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. Really? Doing pretty fantastic. Scoosh scoosh. Not to mention, I get to talk about my characters the whole stream, which is tons of fun, and I'd like to do that. I joined right now. Well then, welcome, I'm Yally. I hope you enjoy the stream, because it's doing pretty good. Good night. Oh, are you going to bed too, Dat-senpai? I always draw my OC. That seems fair. I know that a ton of my friends who are into digital art they always draw their OCs all the time. I can't say I really do anything any differently because I don't. I just draw OCs all the time. Or random stuff like, give me a second, I can find something random. I drew this. I tried to redraw my plague in a flower crown, but it didn't end up doing that well. But I was watching it while listening to Gordon Ramsay, so that was cool. And this, which I hate the proportions of, but that's fine. Also, I forgot to give Sebastian his little beard, so I'm going to remember that and give it to him right now. I was just like, I'm going to remember that for later, but no, I don't have to, because it's literally what I'm working on now. Also, I'm going to erase this because I did a bad chin. And, Discord notifications. I've got my notifications for Discord off. What the heckity heck is happening on Discord? I just got some sketching pencils now. I don't have to waste mine for school next year. Smart. I just switched tabs and my fan art for you got deleted. Oh, why'd it get deleted? Oh, I'm very sorry about that. And let me pull his nose on. Then work that. Then his eyes, which should be a bit thicker than what I gave him. Pretty Plague. Yes, Pretty Plague. Plague is the prettiest. But he's not, because he ugly boy. He's not as ugly as Sebastian, though, to be fair. He just, quite frankly, doesn't care about his looks. He's just cool, though. Honestly, I think his character is one of the most developed of mine. Like, Sebastian and Lazarus, they've been around for a while. Thank you, Paint On, for subscribing. That is very kind of you, and welcome to the Dreary family! What the? No, I did not click you. Discord, what are you doing to me? Bye-bye, see you soon. See you soon, I'm Yally. Also, Paint On, thank you very much for subscribing, and I see you right now. Hello, how are you doing? But I think Plague's the most developed because it's the most intricate, right? Because a lot of my other characters, they've got all sorts of, flaws and stuff, but his flaws are more defined, but not as defined as, say, Sebastian, whose whole character is a whole lot of his flaws, you know? Like, he's got some redeeming qualities, but they're not great redeeming qualities. And that's how he's supposed to be. You're really not supposed to be able to root for someone like Lazarus. That's the whole reason I wrote him, was, you know, was so you could have a fairly evil character for me. Because I like my evil characters, but I tend to be like, oh, they should be evil for this reason, or this reason, or this reason. Thank you to Mexican Skid the God YT for subscribing. And, but I always give them reasons to be bad, right? But Lazarus and Plague, they're really not like that. They've got their reasons, and they're developed for it. They're not just, I'm evil. But, they're still intricate in their own ways, is what I'm trying to say. And I really like characters like that. Characters you can be like, I like you, but you're not a good person. Because I feel like most of the time with the majority of my characters, I try to do that. Thank you to Ashix Creations for subscribing. Let me pull this all together. Like that. Then I go a bit slower down to that. And then loop. And then loop up. And follow down. We are actually making pretty good progress for a more in-depth artwork. I usually spend forever on it, so it's pretty cool that I'm able to get this done fairly quickly. I don't think this is necessarily the best art piece I've ever done in the history of ever, but that's beside the point in my own humble. And I'm going to make the heart just a bit smaller, because it really shouldn't be that big. And then we turn off this, and how does it look? Awful! Well, let's continue working on it, because I didn't get all the line work done. Joy. I'm also going to pull this down and pull the microphone down a bit, because I had to reposition myself here. Let's turn this back on and finish some of the line art that I didn't do, because I'm a bit of an idiot. Alright, we follow this down to finish off the chest. And I hope I'm still going, because I am lagging a bit. Is your art... What is my art fight? It is Dreary YT. And if you want to follow me, feel free. I should put up War's character sheet within the next hour or so after I finish streaming. And then I'll put up Sebastian's after it's done. And how does this look? Not the greatest, but we can fix that. We put this down, make it black, color that my line art is going to be, and we start off by making this line art look a bit stronger. There we go. Follow those up, close that. That looks... Also, let's expand here just a tad. Let's go back and fix that, actually. There we go. Using the liquefy tool, we've expanded the legs just a tad to make them look less bleh. And finish that off, and we can start on the coloring. Which is honestly one of my favorite parts of drawing, because it is very relaxing. So, what is Plague's story? Plague? Let me think for a second. I don't want to spoil too much, so I've got to really think about what I'm going to say about Plague. And then, because I do at some point want to make a comic or an animation series about it, if I can ever get really good enough, or like what I do enough to work on something like that for a long time. But, I'd say Plague Story, to put it lightly, has a lot of betrayal and quest for power in it. Because that's really what drives Plague, is a quest for power. Because he is fairly powerful, but not powerful enough in his own eyes. And, every single one of my characters, I try to give a different driving power behind them, and that tends to be Plague's. And then we fill this in for his little hair swoop. And then I start making their... Let's fill this in, actually, because I can put that in, this, and this. And that goes there. Alright. Alright, I'm back from eating cereal. Welcome back, Mystic Something. Aggressively following. Thank you, Levy. I've heard there's kind words of encouragement of aggressively following. I aggressively talk back because this is aggressiveness. That's not exactly what I wanted to do, but I can quickly fix that with a single tap. Also, what type of cereal was it? Because I will judge you for whatever type of cereal you just ate. Was it good cereal or was it meh cereal? It better have been fantastic cereal. That is the only answer in which I will accept. Is that off-white? What color white is that? Oh, that is very close to not being white. Let's put this color in its place. Wait, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That looks a bit better against that. Let me think of topics I can talk about so I don't sound boring. Give me 3.4 seconds. I think 3.4 seconds are up. I'm not good at counting. So we're going to fill in these eyes. That's not... Oh, that is exact white. I must have got... Oh, yeah, I've got an off-white background. That's why. And I fill this in for that. Has anyone been playing a whole bunch of video games recently? I know I have. I've been playing, for example, Borderlands 2 recently. It's a ton of fun to play. If you haven't played it and enjoy shoot 'em up bang bang type games, I suggest that you get on it, because, it still might be on sale? That's a questioning voice, because I'm not exactly sure if it is still on sale. But if it is, I'd say you get it. You can get, like, the full game and, like, 3 or 4 DLCs for, like, $8. I have a jar. I don't know what to put in the jar. As long as you do not put a My Little Pony figurine in that jar, I will be fine with whatever you do with it. Just no My Little Ponies. I'm getting an error when I go to type out the link for what your Archfight page should be. Give me a second to give it to you then. I might need more than a second because that is in fact a joke, but let me log in. Dreary Whitey. And, oh yeah, I'm so terrible at spelling, I forgot a letter. And then I log in again. Alright, oh, I've got 4 followers, that's cool. And let me copy and pasta this in. Quachow! There we go. What's wrong? What'd I do? Dreary, no, what? No! What'd I do? What'd I do? What'd I do? I didn't say my passcode, right? If I did, that's gonna be an issue. Oh, not the, not the My Little Pony jar. Okay, I was worried I said the wrong thing there for a second. I was like, what'd I do? It's a My Little Pony jar. That is a hip and happening reference. That is a hip and happening reference. You can't yell at me for that. I'm hip and cool with said kids with my amazing references. And then I draw a little heart. And then I draw a little heart. There we go. And Quachow. Jury, I want to say hello to you, but you don't say hi back. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Pumpkin. I did see your message, but I'd just gotten back from typing something out so I could get, my art fight. But I do want to say hello to you, Mr. Pumpkin. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't see you before. Your message shall not be in vain. as I have noticed you now, my friend, and your eternal quest shall now be ended. Dun dun dun. Epic music enters here. It's really dramatic and epic, as you can tell. And there is no music. It's a sad and depressing world we live in when you don't have an orchestra following you around and, helping you with every single joke you make. That'd be epic, though. Can you imagine having your own personal orchestra? Whoa! That was a whoa for fantasticness, not anything else. Fantastic whoa for nothing else than my utter amusement. For them to, do orchestra stuff. Honestly, it would be pretty cool to, have an orchestra following you around, but it would probably be pretty expensive, too. But, honestly, if you're gonna have an orchestra following you around, you're probably rich enough that you don't really have to worry about it. So, there is that, so. I'm gonna erase this for the time being, put this to cover it up. And then I'm gonna do it again, but with black here. And tone it down. Epic. Alright, and then we have a few notches on the hand. Number 1 and 19 more. Also, if we have fan art, how would we show / give it to you? That is a very good question, Mr. Pumpkin. If you have a piece of fan art you would like to give to me, you can either give it in the Discord. Link should be in the description of all of my videos. If you don't have Discord, you can always email it to me, and I can get that put in a video if you request it, or put it on my intermissions page, which also has a whole bunch of fan art flying around it. Or if none of those options appeal to you, you can always make a video, but at me in the title, and I get a notification if you do that. So, yes, if any of those things work for you, just let me know, or send me an email, or at me, or something like that. But those are how I mainly get fan art pieces sent to me. Tips for making OCs. OC, okay, there are a whole bunch of different types of OCs, and, when I try to give tips, know that this might not apply to everybody, right? So if your OC is a lot different, this might not apply to you. But some tips I can give is, always look for outside feedback, right? Like, when you make an OC, talk about it, not non-stop, but talk about it with your friends and family members and anyone who will really listen, and tell your story, right? That's what I first did when I first thought of Lazarus before he really was Lazarus, was I would just talk about it with my sister. And she'd give me her own ideas about it, and everything she thought was how I would change the character. And until eventually, it went from a Mary Sue siren who lived in the forest to the absolutely gross-looking abomination of dead things that is Lazarus. And I think that it's kind of cool that he's changed so much. So by hearing what other people have to say about your OC, you can change it for either worse or for better. It really depends, right? And then try to give your characters flaws, right? But also good things, too. Like, for Lazarus, I use him since he was the oldest OC I have. Well, second oldest OC I have. But he's changed a lot, like I said. He used to be a Mary Sue. And he and his storyline has changed a lot, too. What was I talking about with him for? I had a point, but I kind of lost it. And I'm hoping to grab it back. Ah, yes. Everyone has flaws, right? Like my flaw, for example. I really like food. I like food a whole lot. And I'm also very egotistical. I've got lots of pride issues and an issue with gluttony. right? But I'm trying to move past that, you know? But those are flaws I have. Everybody has flaws. Nobody's perfect, other than me and those flaws I just stated about myself. And you should always keep that in mind when creating characters, is that even your good character has flaws. Like, Doc, that's a good character of mine. That's a hero character of mine. Doc is very intelligent, but isn't very wise. Thank you to Nell Core for subscribing. So, while she's very intelligent, she doesn't necessarily make the best choices all the time because she isn't wise enough to see that what she's doing might not bring the best outcome ever. She just thinks she's intelligent enough to get past it. She's also a bit of a mat, right? She just lets everyone walk on top of her with no spine. And when she does eventually develop a spine, it's really late on in the story, and that's character development. Have you ever, made an art app review on, I don't know, top 10 free popular drawing app? No, I haven't ever made a review on a free drawing app. I know I made a review on Procreate, but that's because I use it so often. What's your opinion on gacha? Now, I've made a ton of videos on gacha before, r/gacha life cringe, but I think that some people who watch my content just a few times might not get, is that I don't hate gacha, right? In fact, I think a majority of the people on r/gacha life cringe and stuff like that are just little kids who really don't know that what they're doing might not be the best thing for them to grow up and be healthy, you know? Right, gacha is a pretty great game that I've used a few times for some art references and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool to see the character that you want to be made put out in front of you. It's got a ton of stuff you can do, and some people can make fantastic animations out of it. I just think it's got a pretty bad reputation because of all the little kids who go around doing pretty gross stuff with it. Honestly, I don't hate it. I think that the tool itself is pretty cool. I might not like the gacha heats, but that's, I don't think most people do. Also, we are nearing probably the end of what this stream is gonna be. Once I finish doing a little bit more of the face, which probably means fairly soon. The stream, as soon as my dad gets done with popcorn, if he's doing it tonight, which he might not be. I don't know if he is. I'll be heading out. Thanks for the great stream, and good luck in the art fight. Thank you so much for joining me, Frosty, and hope you have a great night. Then I fill that. And I hope everyone else has a great night too for when I finish my stream, because it probably will be done in a few minutes or so. Drawing assist. Let's turn both the cheeks a bit sunken. There we go. There we go. Then we throw this on. And Quacha. That's not exactly what I'm trying to go for, but I can get it. Alright. That looks better. Wait, no it doesn't. It looks worse. I can get it. Give me a sec, boyos. There we go. That looks more like what I was trying to get. Quachow. Perfect. Streams are most Fridays. Yeah, sometimes I have to skip a Friday, in which case I probably most of the time let you know. On a good day, most of the time, probably. That's a joke. But feel free to laugh. Cough, cough. But yeah, I stream most Fridays, and if I can't make it, I let y'all know. And we finish off the lips with a bit of glaze. Not a very noticeable one because I'm going to turn this down, but a slight one just to make it look perfect. And actually I'm going to tone that down just a little bit more. And Kwachow, that's looking pretty good. What is my least favorite letter of the alphabet? X. It isn't in a whole lot. And how dare it be a letter in my alphabet if it is not used consistently? Honestly, I think we should make a petition to remove X from the letter bet, because I have renamed the alphabet into the letter bet, and it will be amazing. I've been in the gacha community for a while, so I've seen all the things that have happened, from the hated gacha child becomes the princess to the gacha TikToks, and I guess I'm still in the community. Although it can be toxic. Yeah, I feel like a whole lot of communities can be fairly toxic, and gacha is just pointed out a whole bunch because it's got a whole bunch of kids in it, and people like to make fun of kids. But honestly, it's not bad. I think it's pretty good most of the time. You can make a whole lot of cool stuff with it. Let me put a little bit of shading on the hair, because I can hear my dad making popcorn in the background, and I want to give y'all the opportunity to, start screaming y'all's hearts out for Pogcorn Lord, which I'll be in a few minutes probably. And I think this art piece is coming together pretty good. What do y'all think? Is this looking pretty good? And feel free to be honest. And then we just fill that in. Alright. I'm also trying to lighten up his hair just a tad with this, because it makes a bit more sense for his hair to be lighter down at the bottom, which is probably why you can tell it's a little bit darker up here than lighter down here. And then do I prefer the steampunk side or the cyberpunk side? Currently I'm reading for cyberpunk because that is the side I am really trying to get in, because that seems epic. But I do hope that steampunk has a cool time playing too, although they better be prepared to face my wrath, because I'm going to utterly destroy every single cyberpunk. Unless I am on, no, every single steampunk, I said the wrong thing. Unless I'm on the steampunk side, in which case that'll still be epic, because honestly, it was hard to choose between steampunk and cyberpunk. And, in which case I'm gonna take down the cyberpunks. But at this point of time, I'm really rooting for the, steampunks. Wait, I said the wrong thing again! Oh my gosh. I have the brain of a dog, meaning that I start talking and my brain's like, squirrel, here's a nitpick topic of information that you really don't need at this point in time, or that you shouldn't say on stream, or that, you shouldn't tell this. Oh, my brain does this a bunch. You shouldn't say this on stream, because that would tell everyone about your secret ending about how Lazarus is actually an alien from space. And stuff like that. It's dumb that my brain goes and says, you should say this on stream because that'll spoil this ending. But it does, and then I nearly say it on stream, or I do say it on stream, and I'm like, I should not have said that later on. Oh, hey, it's me. Well, welcome, Nelcor. How are you doing? Dreary, have I ever heard of or read the Warrior Cat series? I've heard of it. I never read it, because it didn't personally appeal to me as a reader. But it does seem fairly cool. The warring cat sides and stuff. I know, a really cool book that I've been interested in recently is Aeronauts Windless, which isn't necessarily a story about cats, but it's got cats in it. Thank you to Land for subscribing. Well then, let's have a nice fight, because I'm hoping to get steampunk. Oh, those steampunks. Oh, they killed my father. That's the real reason I don't want them to win, despite the fact they said multiple times that my dad's going to get me popcorn. But ignore that, because we shall tear you down, and we shall have a great fight. it'll be a 1 for legends, you know? I don't know. I just want to win because I am very competitive. And, if I lose, I will never, ever forget it. Ah, the Popcorn Lord! He approaches!
Bearing popcorn. Happy
Thank
Friday.
you. I move this and turn the light back on, that way I can show it off. And if you are new to my stream, because I see I've got a few new viewers here, if you don't know what Popcorn Lord, come in. If you don't know what Popcorn
Hey, guys.
Lord means, it means I get popcorn and y'all can feel free to spam for a little while as I eat it.
Have a good evening.
See ya. Thank you.
You're welcome, Drury.
Epic. This is very pog, boys and girls. Very pog. Wide me. I'm gonna pretend that this is for a meme and not that I can't actually figure out how to get my camera non-wide. Hey, I joined on time. Yes, you did, Mini Pumpkin. Yes, you did. You joined on time to meet Popcorn Lord. It's funny how right when you said, oh, hey, it's me, I joined without any letter being missed. Yes. I was just eating popcorn. What the heck? You need to get more because popcorn is in fact amazing. I'm not sure if this is annoying, but are you planning on doing any more good OC reviews in the future, or is that just not your thing anymore? I am actually planning on restarting that pretty soon. So it's interesting that you talked about it, because I was just in the video I posted earlier today. I was asking if you guys would like me to restart doing... Oh, sorry, I hit my microphone right there. If y'all would like me to restart making the animation critiquing. And if I restart animation... If I restart critiquing... If I restart the batch of videos where I critique people's animations, I will probably restart the OC ones. That was a handful to say. Why did it hurt so much? My brain did not want to say those few sentences, and so I had to beat it down like it was a baby. Hey Dreary, do you use OBS? I use Streamlabs OBS, which is a little simpler to use than OBS, but it's still pretty cool. And I've also got a few things like this meme stream thing, which I was gonna play, but it's taken forever to load, so I won't bother. I'm gonna start making it fan art right now. You can't stop me, Dreary. Gasp! How dare thou make me fan art? Make me fan art. That would be epic and pog, as you can see. If you send me fan art and tell me that, and don't say anything about me not sending. If you send me fan art, I put it on stream, unless you tell me not to. Cool beans, because I'm submitting and I don't want to submit if it's not a thing. That is epic. And yes, I will restart doing that. Let's finish, shading this little guy up for the first round of shading, because I tend to shade a couple of times to get the atmosphere that I want. And then we can leave him be. And end the stream, because I said I was streaming till Popcorn Lord showed up, and he appeared a little bit earlier than I was expecting. And so I will stream just a little bit longer. I'm not obsessed with streaming, you're obsessed with streaming. If you really want, I can help you with your camera. I use OBS, so I might be able to help. That would be epic if you send me a DM, or an email. If you shoot me an email or a DM over Discord, we can talk about it there. Because I'm an idiot when it comes to technology. Just a question, I'm assuming that's gonna be. When will the stream end? As soon as I'm finished doing this one singular thing here. And I push this through, and ta-da! The first base of shading is done. Meaning that I have gotten exactly, give me a sec, this much done today. Which is pretty good for me. And with that being said, let us say goodbye, my friends. thank you everyone so much for joining my stream. It has been a ton of fun, and I can make this a little bit bigger. Meow. Got my little outro plan. It looks epic and pog and fantastic. And thank you everyone so much for joining my stream. If you enjoyed it, feel free to send me a DM, and anything else you would like to say?
Feel free to say it in the comments down below.
Check out the video I posted today, and that's all for now. Peace.